Arrow.
How are you doing today, man?
I'm doing good. The town is ripping up my sidewalk right now. Took me 8 years to get my apron of my grass to look just perfect.
Yeah.
Now they're destroying it.
Are they putting that cord in the ground like they're doing around here?
I don't know what they're doing. They just gave me 1 day's notice and they're ripping out my sidewalk. Hey, that's fine that they're paying for it. I didn't ask. They're doing the whole street, but you're ripping up my grass that I work hard on. Anyway, enough about me. Let me allow you to talk to Denise Crosby here for 7 minutes. Go ahead, my friend.
Denise, who's a bigger fan, Mets fans or Trekkie fans? Because I think those Met fans are totally insane, don't you?
The Mets fans? Oh, God, we're not going. Hey, my son is a pitcher. My son's a baseball pitcher.
Oh,
he was drafted by the Kansas City Royals in 2019, and then COVID happened. So he had 1 week in spring training in Arizona with the Royals, and then there was lockdown. So there was no minor league season that year. So right now he's playing with the MLB bought these 3 independent leagues, and he's playing in the Atlantic League right now in outside of Philadelphia.
That's what I've always loved.
Lancaster,
That's what I've always loved about baseball, because the Kansas City Royals, our farm team out there in Montana, we're from the Royals. So I grew up, really cherishing everything that was all about the Royals.
Oh, that's so cool. That's awesome. So you grew up in Montana?
I did. You been up there?
Oh, God, it's so beautiful. And my stepfather was from Great Falls. So, yeah.
Great Falls is that one place that I never visited. And the reason why is because of the high school rivalries were so big up there that it was like, I'm not going to Great Falls. I'm not going to support them because we are the Billings Broncs, not the Great Falls Bisons.
I hear you, brother. I raised an athlete. I know the loyalties.
So now, wait. Speaking of loyalties, Trekkies and Trekkers, and those that have always followed Star Trek. I mean, this is a loyal family.
Oh yeah, and I love the Trekkies versus Trekkers debate.
What actually brought that in? Was it somebody who it's like different circles of the country, regions? I mean, why such a difference?
It's really funny because we address it in Trekkies. So Trekkers try to separate themselves from the hardcore old school, nerdy fans from the more refined next generation of fans. But in fact, it's all the same. There's no difference, there's no difference with these guys. It's hysterical.
I love the fact that they allowed you the opportunity to start sharing the story of these Trekkers inside Trekkies, the 25th anniversary edition, because we see them when we go to the Comic-Cons and stuff like that, but we don't get to know them as human beings. Right,
exactly. That was the through line for me in making this. I had been going to some conventions and Comic-Cons, and I was really struck by the heart and soul of so many people that I met, and they're the charities they were involved in, and sort of the civic kind of awareness and the relationships they had forged and the stories they were telling, and that was never heard, that was never expressed anywhere. So I just felt the fans were getting sort of shortchanged in their depiction and needed to tell their story.
Well, I love the idea that you guys took the time to talk with some of these Trekkies about their own creations. I mean, they're creating their own little Star Trek mini films and stuff like that. What a brilliant idea and a way to express their inner feelings.
Oh my God, yes. I mean, I've seen sets and costumes and things that rival anything I've seen in the legit arena. I mean, phenomenal stuff.
One of the things that I do as a sideline, basically, or a side job, is that I'm an officiant for weddings. Do you know how many Star Trek weddings I've done? There's so many, because people are so in love with their passion for Star Trek, as well as the person they want to be married to.
Oh my God, that's hysterical. I mean, look, that's not surprising. There's a very big annual Star Trek convention that's been going on for many, many years in Las Vegas every summer. And a number of people renew their vows on the kind of replica of the bridge, you know?
Yeah, I keep waiting for Star Trek fans to basically get their own day, because, I mean, May 4th, we already know that belongs to Star Wars, but so Star Trekkies need to find their day as well.
Oh, yeah. I'm surprised that doesn't exist.
So what?
Uh-oh, we might have a movement underway.
What did you learn from going out there to be with the real people, and to hear, as quacky as they are, because I laughed a lot, but I wasn't making fun of anybody, but there's still a lesson to be learned there.
You know, I mean, I come away with just, we're all eccentric in our own ways. You know, we all have passions and things that we're into, and you know, it's not such a bad thing to be, you know, really into a kind of future utopian vision of what the future could look like, and to sort of emulate those kind of ideals. And you know, it's not so bad after all. You know, there's nothing disparaging about it. And you know, there's some of the brightest and warm-hearted and kind people that I have come across.
Yeah, and
we need more of it.
And what's so shocking is that, you know, in the everyday world at work, you would never know a lot of these, you know, fans or Trekkies, Trekkers are so involved in it. Because when you learn of it and they show you a picture, you're going, oh my God, I had no clue.
Well, back then, for sure, you know, I think people are much more out, so to speak, you know, with their allegiance to, you know, sci-fi, and you know, wear it proudly. I think when Bill Gates started going to Microsoft meetings, board meetings with Spock ears on, I think, you know, it opened up things a little bit as well. The nerds started to inherit the world.
And you know what? You help make it okay in what you do with Trekkies, the 25th anniversary edition. Please come back to this show anytime in the future. The door is always going to be open for you.
Oh, you're a doll. Yeah, my Montana friend. You got it. Thank you so much.
Well, you be brilliant today, okay?
Oh, bless your heart. You too.